I've got cold tea sitting here. I've got no one to bring me tea today. But I have got my very special guest, Michellejohn. Is she in the green room? Is she waiting in the green room? Is she
She's
there?
Yes.
here.
Straight
Yes.
in there. Straight in there.
J-
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Hello, my
Hey
darling.
guys.
Thank you for being so patient there. I'm telling you. I don't know if you was listening to Sheldon there, but
Let me tell you, Sheldon he's just a UK treasure. And I don't know if he's an MBE or an OBE or an EEE, I don't know what, but he should be because we just need the work that he does. So enough respect to Sheldon, seriously.
oh, thank you. But anyway, welcome to you. I know that you're live somewhere, aren't you? Are you performing somewhere today?
In rehearsals today. I'm in Nottingham, and I'm doing some shows with an orchestra called the Limelight Orchestra, and we're rehearsing today. So you can probably hear some lovely strings, and there's violins and double basses going on, and drums and all sorts of things. So yeah, it was just vibes, vibes, vibes.
It sounds it, and I can see the sunshine just radiating off you. I can't wait to get out there later
Yes,
on. But
fabulous.
anyway, Michelle, I mean,
Yes,
most people will know you from being on the UK Voice, right? And
yes,
you were
yes,
an amazing finalist. And just in case
yes.
anybody didn't see your performance, I've got to show them this. Now, I hope this will
Okay.
work, right? Because my computer's slowing down today. I think it must be the sunshine outside that it won't let me play. So I'm just taking my time here talking so I can get it playing, and then I'm going to share my screen because I kind of want everyone to kind of see this. Hold on one second. Let me share this and make sure I share the audio.
HPQ on GY Radio.
This is a man's world. But it won't be nothing without a woman or a girl. Man made the car to take them over the road. Thank you. Man made the train to carry the heavy load. Man made the electric lights to take us out of the dark. Man made my mother water just like a man. But it's a man's world. But it will be
God, what a performance. Wow.
Do you know, I feel like, let me stop sharing. I feel like I've got tears in my eyes. You know, when you hear people that sing and the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, that's what, every time I watch that, that's what that performance does for me. And as I said to everybody
Oh,
beforehand, I said that you are a performer. The way that you kind of stood there, leant back and brought out those vocals, I'm
I
telling
was
you.
waiting for you to fall over. Wow.
oh. Wow,
Oh my.
guys, thank you. That seems like so long ago now. Oh my gosh,
How long
it
ago
really
was it?
does.
When did you appear on? I mean, you've done so much more since The Voice. I just want to touch upon The Voice
Yeah,
just a little bit because it is where we
yeah.
actually know you from. So, how long ago was it?
2017.
So, just 3 years, well, 4 years ago, you were on The Voice.
Yeah,
And what
yeah.
what made you want to go on The Voice?
Do you know what? I'd been a backing singer for 20 something years, and I just felt like it was time for me to. I just had that desire to sing my own songs,
Yeah.
and I worked with amazing, amazing artists. I traveled the world, like I was so blessed. I had a really incredible career, but it was just that time, and I feel sometimes it's like maybe it's an age thing, it's maturity. There comes a point where it's like, it's time for you to shift. Do you know what I mean? And I just thought, right, I'm going to just take the chance. And what happened was I actually stumbled on The Voice by accident, because I went to a singers night and I kind of got dragged up to sing, and there were some scouts from The Voice were there, and they
Yeah.
asked me to do the show, to audition for the show. And for 3 years I kept saying no, 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 no way. And something in my brain was like, it's time for me to do me, it's time for me to do something for me. And so I said yes. and here we are.
So was it a difficult process in terms of the auditions? Is it just what we see, just one audition and you come on and you sing and they press the buzzer, or is it lots of
No,
auditions that go on
whole
behind
heap
the
of
scene before you get?
whole heap of stages, whole heap of stages. There's
Really?
yeah, I think there was 3 stages before you get to do it on TV.
So
And even
so you
even the ones that you see on TV, obviously that only happens obviously if you get the chair turn, but there's so many people that auditioned that didn't make it. So I
Wow,
think that the year I did it, there was like 80,000 auditions.
80,000 auditions. So you should feel
Yeah,
really blessed to be one of those, I
yeah,
don't know, couple of
yeah,
hundred, couple of 20 that kind of make
yeah,
it through.
totally,
So,
totally, yeah.
I mean, when I was watching that, I was thinking, why aren't they pressing the buzzer already? I'd have pressed that long time ago. How nerve-wracking was it to be up there waiting for them to press that buzzer?
Oh, it's not my favorite feeling in the world. Because I guess you're vulnerable. You're asking people to kind of accept you, aren't you, and endorse you, and do you know what I'm saying? That's not a nice feeling. So it wasn't fun, but I'm glad that I got through. That's the truth.
And
So
so
yeah.
did you have a decision in any of the song choices that you had? Was it all your song choices, or do you get pressurized from the producers to sing a certain song?
I think they have an image of the kind of singer that they think you are and the kind of material that you should do. But the one thing I will say is Will I Am, he just allows me to be myself. So he really worked with me on the song choices, and sometimes he was like, "What do you want to sing?" And one of the song choices I chose, I think I sang it in the quarterfinals, is a song called "I Can Make You Love Me If You Don't." You can make your heart feel something it won't. Beautiful, beautiful. One of my favorite songs. And that was like, he allowed me to do it and just do it my own way and be myself. And that was the whole thing for me, was about, it's time for me to be me and come into myself, and, not spend the rest of my days standing behind other people and helping them build their dream. And do you know what I mean? So that was an important song for me, and yeah, will let me be myself.
Are you still in touch with Real today?
We the last time we had contact was probably around Christmas. So we're not best mates, but every now and then he'll show up.
So would you
So
do it all
yeah,
over again if you had the
absolutely not.
chance? Never
No, do you
again.
know what? No, do you know what? It's been a blessing to me. But I think what happens is people think you go on a show like that and then you're set for life. But you have to do the work. You go on the show, once you're finished, once you've been voted off at whatever stage, you need to build from there. And I think I always had that in my mind, that whatever I get, I never went on it. I never thought about winning. I just thought, wherever I get, however far I get, I'm going to build something from now. And I had, some songs. I thought, right, I'm going to try and do something with these songs. And so I had a little bit of a picture in my mind. And so I think you have to put in the work. You've got to do the shows. You've just got to try and build something from there.
So
So
do you think that appearing on The Voice opened doors for you in
it
well,
did.
oh,
It
it
did.
gave you opportunities?
It did,
I,
because it doesn't hurt for people to see, Will I Am and Tom Jones and Jennifer Hudson saying you're amazing. It
No.
doesn't hurt. And then, the voice is a brand, so that being associated and connected to the brand doesn't hurt you. And so it has definitely opened doors. But I'm sorry, when the door opens, you got to be the one to show up and step through the door and keep the door open. Do you know what I mean?
So what do
So
you prefer? Do you prefer kind of like the live singing, or behind the backing of a big orchestra, or do you like the
live, 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 live. Do you know what? I grew up in church. I grew up in a gospel Pentecostal church, and I'm used to taking the microphone, the bands are playing, someone's playing the organ, the church are singing along. It's a vibe, the spirit, do you know what I mean? The energy. That's what I'm used to. So, singing to Zoom is not it, guys.
No, it's not the way forward, is
It's
it?
just not
And
it.
and the funny thing is, I'm involved with the church every Sunday. I couldn't be there because I'm on the virtual couch, and it's a Pentecostal
Yeah.
church. It's the first time I'm going to a Pentecostal church.
Yes.
I'm not joking. They're the most liveliest place I've been to. It starts at 1 o'clock. Never get out
Yeah.
of there before 4 p.m. It's never finished before 4 p.m. I've never seen so much
One
singing and
Listen,
praising.
one song can last a good 45 minutes.
Yeah, I've done the
One
song
song.
sheets, and
Yeah.
honestly, it's just like a paragraph, and it goes on for like half an hour singing this
Yeah.
hallelujah paragraph.
Yes. Yeah. I know it well, girl. I've been in church since I was 4 years old. So I know it.
So, so you know.
Yeah.
So what happened then after the voice? What did you go on to actually start doing then, Michelle?
Do you know what? Just loads of live concerts, and I did a little bit of a theatre tour of my own shows, just all over the UK. I've been to Europe, I've been to America, and yeah, just putting out my own music. I've done a single. I did a single um, about going through domestic violence, which I'm quite passionate about.
Yeah,
Um,
that one was called Priceless, right?
Priceless, yes,
Yes.
yeah,
And that
and
you spoke about that as something that you had been through yourself. You don't
yes,
want to talk about it.
it's been part of my journey. It's been part of my testimony, and I'm an overcomer, and I'm a single. I've been a single mother, and and that's why when Sheldon was talking, it's
Yeah.
great to hear a man. I think there's a way that a man sometimes needs to speak to a man, but I just want to say, like, to my ladies that are we're raising kings, we're raising queens. Salute, salute, salute. So many people have the same testimony as me. They've been through domestic violence, whether it was physical or mental abuse, or things that we've all gone through in our childhood, as adults, as teenagers. But Priceless really is about taking these things that happen, and there's this lovely it's one of my favorite books. It's called The Alchemist, and it's
Yeah.
about turning something worthless into gold. And that's kind of like the principle of Priceless. It's about a diamond is a rock that is dirty, it's broken, it's not shiny, but when you crack down and you break down and you break it out of that rock, there's something precious, there's something valuable, there's something beautiful there. And that's what Priceless is all about. So to anybody listening, be encouraged, man. You really are priceless.
And I think, like I said, some of those messages are pretty much needed, especially as we're
Yeah,
coming out of COVID. And you
yeah,
yourself have done some sessions on Zoom, which I've joined. I think
yes,
on
yes,
Positive Mentor, what women have
yeah,
been through and us working together as
yes,
women. Did you
yes.
start that throughout COVID, or was that a recent thing that you started
No,
doing?
it's been something I've been doing. It's really since Priceless came out that really kind of opened up a lot of doors for me to go into schools and be a part of a couple of charities that I'm involved with, and domestic violence charities, some young women's charities, and just kind of really opened up a dialogue for me and a platform for me to really just be able to share my story. But as I said, not from a broken place, not from a place of being a victim. I don't connect with that. You know, I'm a
Yeah.
survivor, and I choose, as I said, to turn all the things that happened to me, to turn it into power, to turn it into beauty, to turn it into strength. And just, you know, I want my son to look at me and go, you know what? My mum is a champion. My mum's a queen. Do you know what I mean?
But you are a
So
queen already.
that's it. So that's my take on it.
Okay, so coming back to your music,
Yes.
the front room sessions.
Hey.
I've been watching the front room sessions. I absolutely love those sessions that you've been doing, and
Oh,
and if anyone wants to watch them, you can find them on YouTube. I'll put the link into the chat, and there we see you singing live. And I think on one of the ones I saw, it was the first time you'd done live in a little while. I think it was social
yeah,
distancing going on there, and you hadn't done it for
yeah.
a while. And I saw you come on in these super high heel shoes, right? Like you had these, and I'm looking at this video thinking she's singing in those heels. How long are they going to stay on? I think halfway through, about 20 minutes in, you kicked them off
Oh my
and said,
God.
"That's it. I'm going to take these shoes off. I've had enough." But we were just there to see the beauty of your voice. But yeah, tell us about the front room sessions. How did you get involved in that? What are they?
Do you know what? I know the guys that run Front Room. They're fantastic guys, and two Black Kings, and they've got a fantastic venue. Before COVID, they were doing lots of live music, singers nights, jam nights, all kinds of different things there. And they just started doing these live music broadcasts throughout the lockdown. And I thought, you know what? I did an album in the lockdown, and I thought, you know what? This will be an opportunity to do a live performance of the album. And yeah, so we had a fantastic night, and we had a lot of people tuned in live, which was awesome. And
Mm.
yeah, it was just a real opportunity to get with my band and just sing, just sing, just
But in
do what I do.
but in that show, you also had your iPad up there. You're also checking in with technology,
Yes,
also in the show.
yes, and just staying connected with people, because I think that's been the beautiful thing. I think people that never used to use social media, or you know, Zoom and all these different platforms, it's now we've kind of got into the habit of connecting with people, and even though it's maybe not the way that we would want to do it ideally, but it's still a nice way of staying connected. So it's nice when you're like today, you know, watching some of the messages coming up. It's nice to have that interaction with people, you know. So yeah, we did that, and there was just a whole heap of chat going on.
Do you think that they might incorporate it into the kind of like live stage setting? Because I think on live stage, I mean, you've got your crowd there, they jump up and down, but you can't
Yeah.
quite interact with them verbally or via text. You can't quite grasp exactly what they're feeling unless they're waving and shouting their arms in the air.
Do you
Do you feel
know?
it's something that they should incorporate? Would you like to see something like that?
Um, do you
That's a
know
question for
something?
you.
I guess it's a difficult one, because you know what is difficult when you're at a show and you see half the audience are filming, they're on their phone, and as a performer, what is a little bit disheartening about that? It's great that they want to capture the moment, but we also want you to be present and be in the moment. Do you understand? Because at that moment,
Yeah,
you're giving people something. You're giving them a song. You're giving them a message. You're giving part of your story. You're giving them your expression, your feeling, you know what I'm saying, your heart in
yeah.
that moment. So you want people to be present. So me personally, right now, I'm ready to connect with people in the room, like physically, like I'm
We've
not.
been locked up too long now.
We've been locked up too long. We've done the screens. let's get in the room, let's be present, and you know let's do it for real.
So coming back to COVID a little bit, how did you cope with being as a singer, being used to going out and
Yeah.
singing live? How did it affect you not being able to go out and do what you love doing?
Oh, do you know what? It's been really, really difficult, but the blessing for me is that I've been a vocal coach for a number of years, and I thought I'm going to take the opportunity to give back and be available, because I've not been able to do vocal coaching for a while because I've just not had the time. I've been focused on me and my stuff. So to be able to connect to people and, you know, give them my time and, you know, be feeling like, you're helping to build people up as a vocal coach, building up their confidence, building up their ability, building up their identity, because singing is so personal. It's about your personal sound, your personal identity as a singer, as a performer. So connecting with people in that way and actually being able to see them blossoming, that's been brilliant. That's been a really beautiful thing for me in the lockdown. So yeah.
And did you make new music during lockdown as well? Did you
I did an album. So my album is called the Diva Songbook, and it's called this chapter is called Through the Storm, and it's basically the principle of it is songs to bring you through a storm. And they're all uplifting songs, they're all positive songs. There's a gospel song on there, there's feel good songs, there's some ballads just to help you keep your head up, there's some up tempo songs, there's some of my own personal songs on there, there's some originals, there's some covers. It's just positive vibes.
And do you think that you have a particular genre of music, or are you quite eclectic in the styles that you do? Would you align yourself to a genre?
I think at my core I'm a soul singer, and it's about, and I think whatever that sounds like, it's music for the soul. It's music that makes you feel good. It's like, you know, there's songs that I have that talk about being a single mum. There's songs that make your soul go, yeah, that's my song. Or do you know what I'm saying? So as corny and cheesy as that sounds, it's what it is. Soul.
Well, I know you kind of reminds me of Adelaide Mackenzie's style as well. She's quite eclectic in the way that she sings and some of her music that she brings out. And you guys are friends, right, as well, because that's where we met up last at the Radiate Festival. And it's funny that because we had an open mic area there, so we got to witness some people just coming on and singing their heart out. And we got to witness the great Ruth Brown, right? I've been trying to get in contact with Ruth. Do you remember Ruth?
Oh, yes. Phenomenal singer.
Phenomenal. She was. I need to get her on next. So in terms of the performances that you do, how much involved are you with your performances? Do you just allow someone else to just put it all together and manage it, or do you actually do the whole logical?
Boss chick, boss queen. It's like I'm not gonna do what other people think I should be doing at this point of my life and this point of my career. So now it's about me creating a show, creating songs, creating a performance that is 100% me. And so me.
Would you say you're a diva,
And not,
Michelle?
well, you know what? That word has been bandied around, but you know what it is,
Does,
right?
isn't it? What is a diva, really?
Do you know what? People take confidence as a negative thing. We're much more comfortable dealing with people that are, you know, feel insecure or broken or you know, don't have much self-esteem. When you have a certain confidence, and there's never an attitude of, well, I'm better than this person or I'm better than that person. I'm just me. So when I show up, I want to show up and represent myself in the best way that I can. So if that makes me a diva, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that at this point in my life.
I like that.
Because I know what it is to be broken. I know what it is to feel insecure. I know what it is to feel low self-esteem. I know all of that. And I don't believe that's what God wants for me. I don't believe he wants me to be in that state of being. I think he wants me to be the best version of myself. And that's why I choose.
And you definitely are, definitely. What about, I mean, you speak about God and church a lot. Do you still go to church, or do you just worship God in your own way? You do?
I do both. I do both. I do both. When I need to touch down with the people and get energized and get a word and get inspired, I'm there. And I also just try to keep my mind in a good place. And you know, I'm not somebody who's religious. I don't really believe in religion, but I just believe in, essentially, as I said, I just think God wants the best for us, and I think that's just coming from a place of love, and that's really what I believe in, and that's what I just try my best. I'm not perfect, you know, but I just try my best just to embrace that on a daily basis, and it's not easy.
No,
It's a
it's not.
challenge.
And how do you deal with the negativity or any negativity that you may get? How do you deal with that?
Um, I have I have a good sense of boundaries,
Hmm.
and I try to keep myself, as I said, I'm protective of me. Um, that's taken a long time to get to this place, but I'm protective of me, um, and I just think whatever anyone's opinion is of me, that's their business, that's their opinion.
And it's for them to deal with, really, not
That's
you.
theirs. It's not mine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take it
And
and own it.
do you practice daily affirmations?
I do, but I'm not one of those people that, read something that someone else wrote. I kind of have my own, and sometimes that changes on depending on what I need that day or that week, you know. So I kind of got my own, and I'm very much, come on, Rudel, let's do it. What? Come on, you're better than this. Those are my affirmations to myself.
I think so.
Do it, come on.
Sometimes when I've got too much going on or it's quite overwhelming, I tend to sometimes think, okay, I'm not doing anything right now. Let me just sit down and think about what I need to do. And sometimes I get into those states and I think I can't bother to do this. And you kind of need to give yourself that pep talk. Come on, you can do
Yeah,
this.
but you know
Just
what?
start it.
Sometimes it's actually okay to sit down with yourself and go, you know what? How am I? What's happening with me? Am I okay? Am I letting this get to me? Am I in a state right now where I'm not I'm not centered. I'm listening to too much what's going on over here, or social media is kind of like controlling my emotions, or what I'm
Mm.
watching on the news, or what blah blah said about me. Am I letting that dictate how I'm showing up? Do you know what I mean? And I think you need to stay connected with yourself, and you need to stay connected to God.
And as a bit of what Sheldon was saying, self-love also, you need to be able to
100%.
receive
Yeah,
love massively.
yeah.
Now, you said you grew up in, where was it, Peckham? Was it you're
Peckham,
from good old South London in
Peckham,
Peckham? Big up
Peckham.
the Peckham massive. Don't know
Big
why I'm
up,
cheering for. I'm from Croydon.
big up. Big them up, big up, big up. But yeah,
how,
Peckham, man. South.
how how did you
The only
find
way is
life?
Essex, by the way.
No.
Sorry, mate.
The only way is Essex.
I cannot believe you dropped that in here. No.
Me neither. Me
No, no,
neither.
no,
But
no, 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 no.
that's where he's from. What was life growing up for you like in Peckham back in those times there?
Do you know what? Back in those times, it wasn't the Peckham that we know today, where you can get a chai macchiato latte or whatever. It was edgy. It was edgy, and I grew up on a certain estate, and it was edgy, and there was challenges. There was challenges constantly every step of the way, but you know what? At the same time, there was a real sense of community. Those were the days when your neighbors would tell you off if they saw you acting up. Before you even got home, your mum knew. Your mum knew what,
Yeah.
what happens. You know. But yeah, there was a real sense of community, but also, there was some stuff where that I didn't need to know. I didn't need to experience, but because of the environment, survival. And I think one of the things for me is that I don't want to live in a mindset of survival,
Yeah.
because I did that as a child. So as a grown up Michelle, I don't want that for myself. So that's why for me it's about being present. It's about building something for myself. It's about my environment not dictating the person that I am, the things that are available to me, the possibilities. Don't tell me what I can't do. I heard that my whole life, you know. So it's either I'm going to believe the environment where I grew up, or I'm going to believe the things
That you
that
can do.
God's that I can do. Why shouldn't
Mm.
I be? Why shouldn't I sing at the Royal Level? Why shouldn't I be on radio? Why shouldn't I? Do you know what I'm saying? Why shouldn't I be on a program like The Voice? Why shouldn't I be good enough to get someone to press their button? Do you know what I'm
No,
saying?
I do. I
So
do. And I think a lot of people would actually resonate with those things. And I think now
Yeah,
I think, as Sheldon said, we came from a place where we had very subservient parents to now, as us
yeah,
growing up, we're not so
yeah,
subservient. We're starting to question things. We're starting to believe in
yeah,
ourselves and have a little
yeah,
bit more self-love there. So,
yeah,
there's so much more that we can achieve. But I'm also
yeah.
pretty conscious that you're at a rehearsal. I just wanted to take some of
Yes,
your
and I
time to
do
bring
have to
someone
go in a
today.
moment, guys. Sorry.
I
Yes.
know,
Can you
but
hear
I
it? It's
don't
getting
know.
louder.
It
Yeah.
is, but I don't know whether you can just give us a little a cappella before you leave, if you have some time.
So, as I said, my song Priceless is about just knowing that you are important, that you are someone of value, that you are not an accident, that you are exactly who God intended. And even with our mess and our flaws and all of that, like God can take all the broken pieces and make something beautiful. So Priceless says, I'm priceless, worth more than diamonds. My virtue was shaken, but don't be mistaken. No, 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 no. I'm priceless. Bless you guys.
Oh, bless you. And thank you for
Yes,
taking
man.
some time out to come and spend
Uh,
some time with me today. I know that you were
my
at
honor.
rehearsals. Thank you.
Bless
Tell
you.
everybody where we can find you or your music or where you're going to be on next.
Guys, please go. You can go to my website, michellejohn.co.uk. You can go to my social media and see all my madness and all my little jokes. Go to Michellejohn, Meesh, Michellejohn. Find me on Instagram, find me on Twitter, find me on Facebook. And then you can find out all about my music and concerts that are coming up. I'm going to be at the Boysdale next weekend, next week, Sunday. There's a whole heap of
Oh,
different things coming up. So just look out for it. And you can find out also about what I'm doing today and the amazing orchestra I'm working with. So check me out.
oh, brilliant. Sorry, I was just putting something into the chat there. Not that I'm ignoring you. I'm just putting your website in and everything
Yes,
so people know where to find you.
yes,
Well, I'm going to try and come down to Boyles Day and see you.
yes. Guys, I'm going to have to go. So
Thank you,
bless you
Michelle.
guys. Thank you for having me.
That's okay, my
Take
darling.
care,
Take
guys.
care.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Fantastic, man. Fantastic guest. Again,
Sh- I know.
HPQ.
She is. And she just took some time out today. I knew she was at rehearsals. I almost
Mm.
wasn't sure whether she was actually going to make it onto the show today. I thought I was just going to have a 2 hour show. Um, but she made it,
Oh,
which is
brilliant.
absolutely brilliant.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That performance you done, though, God almighty, man. Like I was saying, I was watching it, I thought, that's the first time I've seen that. 'Cause I don't really watch, I'm not really a television person myself. I don't really
Yeah.
see. Things always pass me on television, or the television normally watches me sleeping. That's normally my time to sleep when I put the That's my little, that's my little comfort zone to sleep, put on the television. But that performance she put in there, wow. When she put herself right back, I was waiting for her to fall.
Listen, I've watched that about God knows how many times I've watched that performance. It's something else. It really is. And
Fantastic, man.
powerhouse of a singer. That's all I can say. She is amazing. And to watch her live as well, also. And then that was
And
just a
she,
little snippet.
yeah, that's right. She can be at Boysdale soon, isn't she? That's I've been there, Canary Wharf. It's a nice little venue there. I
Yes,
used to work
yes,
down
it
there.
is. That's next week.
Yeah, that's good, man.
So those of you that are not doing anything, if you want to just go along to Boys Down, it's a very nice setting in there.
Yeah, it's
So go
nice. Yeah,
along.
I've been there a few times actually. That's where I started out with James Shuker down there, actually. Canary Wharf for 7 years before I came to Barkingside. Right underneath it. But yeah, big up all the chat room family. Thanks for joining us this afternoon on the virtual couch with
Yes,
HPQ. Are we gonna
thank
have
you.
a tea
So
break?
we are going to have a tea break because we've got 5 minutes before my next guest. I'm running on time, which is
We're actually running on time now.
fantastic.
All right, don't speak
Yeah.
too soon. Don't speak. We're gonna
No,
have a
we are
little break
definitely
and
going
come
to
back.
end at 3 o'clock for sure. But yes,
All
we
right.
are. And just want to say hello to Jackie Antoine, Natalie, Elaine, Clark. Thank you so
That's the
much.
same
And
Natalie that was on Facebook, but she's transformed now to Mixcloud. So thank you, Natalie.
and Wendy, who always joins these shows. Thank you, Wendy Spence, Wendy S, I should say. Thank you, guys.
So we're gonna have a
Right,
little break
so
and we're
we're
back.
going to take a quick break, guys, and we'll be back. And we'll be back with our next guest, who is Kenyama Brown. Minister of Foreign Affairs Minister, State of the African Diaspora. We're going to be talking about the Lumi. So those of you that don't know about the Lumi, very intrigued, watch this next part. It's very interesting, guys. Want to see some sign-ups afterwards. No money to impart whatsoever. In fact, they are giving away money. Telling you.
Sounds very interesting. I'll see you in a little. We'll see you guys in a short while.
Okay.
GetYourTickets.co.uk is your easy-to-use online ticketing site. GetYourTickets.co.uk is the site for all events and party goers. GetYourTickets.co.uk is the site designed for promoters or event organizers. GetYourTickets.co.uk. Log on and choose your next event today.
HPQ on GY Radio.
This is for the girls that look like me. This is for the girls that look like me. This one's for my melanin queens. This is for the girls that look like me. This is for the girls that look like me. I walk around town and let my melanin glow. Long hair, don't care, a teeny weeny afro. So when you walk around town, let your melanin glow, girl.
On the virtual couch
'Cause we
with
so
Housepartyqueen.
allergic, we should let it show.